What's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about Star Wars because we have some breaking news. Dave Filoni is Chief Creative Officer at Lucasfilm. Will be planning the future of Star Wars films and shows. Now, if this news came out maybe a couple of years ago, I'd be jumping up and down because I always thought Dave Filoni was what Star Wars actually needed to go forward. But to be quite honest, as long as Kathleen Kennedy is in charge, I don't think things changing dramatically. Now, if you are a long-time Star Wars fan like myself, you probably know that Dave Filoni worked very closely with George Lucas. He's very much knowledgeable when it comes to lore and all of that. But like I said, that means nothing, you know, because he's still probably going to continue the sequel trilogy. He's probably going to find a way to tie everything together with that horrible 3 films that I don't even want to remember anymore. We have seen videos of him defending Rey, and like I said, I enjoyed Rey very much in The Force Awakens, but then after that, they just make the character know everything, be a know-it-all, not need training from Luke Skywalker, being extremely disrespectful to him. They just destroy Luke Skywalker. They destroy all the Skywalkers, not just Luke Skywalker. I mean, come on, there's not even Skywalker left anymore. And then they have Rey kind of steal the Skywalker's name, and you want me to forgive that? And then now we know that Dave Filoni is definitely going to try to tie everything together. Obviously, I'm saying that because Kathleen Kennedy is still the big boss in Star Wars, and obviously he keeps getting promoted, but that means he's still responding to Kathleen Kennedy, so I don't see things changing so dramatically. And to be quite honest, I wasn't super impressed with Ahsoka either. I was expecting a lot more from that show. I have to admit, I did like a lot of stuff that I saw with Anakin Skywalker at the beginning. That episode was very great for me, but the ending was very disappointing. And not only that, there's just a lot of things to me that didn't make sense for someone that is so knowledgeable in the lore. But anyways, obviously it's way too soon to even understand what's going to be happening from now on. But let's see, what is this article saying? Dave Filoni, who has overseen Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Rebels, The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and is the master of all things in a galaxy far, far away, now has a new role as Lucasfilm Chief Creative Officer. He still holds the title of Executive Vice President, which he received in 2020. I actually didn't even know he was Vice President. The thing is, I feel that a lot of people lost interest in Star Wars, and that is just a sad thing, you know. Star Wars has always been such a strong brand, has been that one thing that brought a lot of people to the theaters. But now it's just, I don't know. I gotta say, The Mandalorian was great. I loved The Mandalorian, the team up of Filoni and Favreau. I thought that was awesome. But my biggest fear here is that they just, at the end of all, they want to tie everything to the sequel trilogy, and I just don't want to even remember those movies. But let's see what I was saying. Filoni announced his Chief Creative Officer title in an interview with Vanity Fair on Tuesday. He was already an executive producer of all live-action Star Wars shows on Disney Plus and had been tapped to direct a film weaving together all of the TV storylines, but he will now take a more involved role with the future of Star Wars. Does this have anything to do with that Panderverse episode? I don't know, because, you know, like I said, I have seen him defending Rey before, and like I said, I liked Rey in The Force Awakens. I thought that that was a character that had a lot of potential, but what they did to the character, it's what they do with all strong female characters nowadays. They just don't know how to write them. They don't know how to give them flaws. Therefore, they're just not relatable to anyone. You know, they wanted her to be Han Solo. They wanted her to be Luke Skywalker. She was totally disrespected to Luke Skywalker. She needed no training. She could use force powers here and there, basically out of the blue. It just doesn't make any sense with Star Wars. And I don't know. I just want to remember the sequels at all. But we have to see what he has in store, right? I mean, I'd like to be hopeful, but like I said, it's been a long time since Star Wars got me super excited. Let's see what else. In the past, in a lot of projects, I would be brought into it. I would see if after it had already developed a good ways. He said, in this new role, it's open up to basically everything that's going on. When we're planning the future of Star Wars, we're doing now. I'm involved at the inception phase. All right. I guess all the decisions needs to go through him, and of course through Kathleen Kennedy, which we know loves to go against Star Wars lore. What else? I'm not telling people what to do, he added, but I do feel I'm trying to help them the best story that they want to tell. I need to be a help across the galaxy here, like a part of the Jedi Council almost. Star Wars is slowly planning a grand return to the big screen. I hardly doubt, but we shall see. The franchise has several more TV series in the works too. Up next is Skeleton Crew, a coming-of-age story created by John Watts and Christopher Ford. The Acolyte, a thriller helmet by Leslie Headland, set in a distant past. I don't think I'm excited for that at all. And season 2 of Andor. On the big screen, there are films in the works by James Mangold, Taika Waititi, Sean Levi, and Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy. Filoni is also exploring a possible second season of Ahsoka, which starred Rosario Dawson as the live-action grown-up version of the Jedi, Ahsoka Tano. Let's see if there's anything else here. To truly help filmmakers, it was really important for me to experience it firsthand, Filoni said. I also lend a perspective on the challenges that telling these stories will present. I feel more capable of actually being helpful outside of just saying. But anyways, and then there's just nothing more interesting here in the article, but that's the news. Dave Filoni is actually a big boss now in Star Wars, and all the stories should go through him. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if this was a while ago, I'd probably be really happy, but I thought that was just naive, you know. I thought Star Wars could be saved, but to be quite honest, I think the only way to do that would be to erase the sequel trilogy completely and just start something completely different, because I don't know. And I just don't know exactly how to feel about it. Like I said, maybe a lot of the fans will be super happy and think that this is a good thing. I still think that as long as Kathleen Kennedy is there, we're not going to be seeing a lot of change. Maybe for those that really loved the Ahsoka show, they're very hopeful. I am not one of those. I liked some episodes and some scenes, but overall I was a bit disappointed. I was expecting a little bit more, but we never know. I mean, The Mandalorian was actually a really strong show. I wouldn't say the latest season, but like the first season was amazing, and if he goes back to that level of The Mandalorian, I'd be very excited for Star Wars again. But that's just my opinion. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more. We'll see you next time.